It's Harry from Mulder Road. I don't really know how to say this, but you need to come home, back to Brighton. He's done it, you know? It's Leo. Okay, I'm sorry, bye.
It's raining, well, drizzling, and a thin film of moisture clings to my skin. I'm cycling. Sometimes I sit on buses with no destination, looking into flats and onto the streets, people speaking to one another. I find comfort in the stories of strangers, imagining how they've lived, all they've faced. And then I go home. E3, Lockhart Street. It seems miles away from all the other streets I've ever lived on, but it is my own. I made it what it is with the girls who buy me pints before I'm paid. I wondered how this place could exist without him, sat on hot tarmac in Brighton summer times. Twos on a rolly, silver Rizzlers made them see-through, and his eyes were amber in the sunsets. I watched the birds dart through the bones of the burnt-down pier. I watched children run to the shore and retreat, screaming as the waves went for their toes. I inhaled the wet, flat expanse of sand, slight smell of tar, salt and fish, pebbles. I met him dancing in a bar with the walls painted black. And in my head, I am still there sometimes. December cold that dulled the earlobes, the sanctuary of steamed up windows. We sat, shoulders touching in the garden, the smell of damp coats and beer and rum and coke. I moved to rooms with wallpaper ceilings bloated from damp, parties in cold flats and car parks, 6 in the back of a black cab, 2 on the floor to save money, warm rum and ginger in plastic cups, Levi's 501s, in love, out of love, 19, lips that taste like metal over concrete kisses on the balconies of overpriced, privately owned tenement blocks. I think of my brother Leo and some of his words to me. His stories of stolen nights in salty air, hating being different, getting into strangers' cars under cover of night. And immediately I think of all the places I've held somebody. Hackney silhouettes, Kensal Rise, or the starlings over the sea, and I remember the shapes of their shoulder blades. I hope that they remember me. But now it's Friday, and I push on in the rain to the pub. I'm 10 minutes late, but I slip through the back and my bosses are already drunk. The air weighs a ton. As I approach my side of the bar, Dave rests a heavily ringed finger on the beer mat. He sinks the rest of his ale and raps, sovereign down for another. He's drunk now, onto how the East End isn't what it used to be. So I feigned nonchalance and rang the bell. I stepped out into the night and let that sinking feeling melt me down like sticky paint for double yellow lines, city tarmac, something else gone. And London is a photo album of kisses on corners and memories it won't let me move on. Back on the canal in the rain, I can barely see the path in front of me. The sky continues to fall on me. Lights in the distance spread themselves into my squinted eyes and make stars out of streetlights. You just carry on, don't you? What other option do you have? And hope that one day you'll find home, or the closest thing to home you'll ever know. But that's just fine.